Hey guys, I'm going to attempt something here tonight that I don't typically do. It's something that many of you guys take for granted, but I'm going to attempt to do the scale swap on my American Blade Works Model 1 version 6. Um, I'm very much prepared for the fact that um, I might not be able to accomplish this due to my disability, issues with my hands, but I am going to give it a shot, and I thought I'd record this just see how how well or how poor it goes. I guess you could say. And you guys know this is one of my favorite knives in the entire world. Reason for that, it's American made by a gentleman in his shop, um, by a company that is simply Mr. Michael Martin. His wife and his daughter help him on occasion, and not only does he create a great product, he creates a superior product, in my opinion, to a lot of the knives on the market. Um, this knife is has a milled blades with milled lines in it. I don't know if my camera will pick those lines up. Still struggling with figuring out how to get this thing to focus on things like that. There we go. You can see the milled lines. It is 6th thou behind the edge. It is Magna Cut at 63.8 HRC. I've had it tested. It is a slicing machine, holds an edge for an incredibly long time. So, all that out of the way, now that you know what knife we're dealing with, um, I'm going to attempt to swap these scales myself. Like I said, um, I'm more than prepared to contact Mr. Grateful Panic when all this is over and tell him that I'm going to have to bring him this knife in pieces. But, we're going to give it a shot, guys. You guys are going to be here with me. See if I can pull this off. Let me grab my old man reading glasses just to be on the safer side. Let me turn on a little extra lighting here if I can find it. There we go. Should have been more prepared already, but you guys know me. Um, I actually wasn't planning on making this video tonight. I just decided, you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. So, if I can find the right size bit. So, what size this is? This is, and I can't read it. I don't know if you guys can see that, but apparently that's not it. I did notice that, pretty sure it's Metal Complex that has his labeled down here. That may be a great idea for me. It feels pretty snug. Feels like that might be it. Wish it was a little snugger, but anyway, let's proceed. Like I said, normally I have my good friend Grateful Panic do all my knife uh, modifications for me because my hands don't work great. My fingertips are pretty unreliable, to say the least. I'm not going to lie, I may struggle a little bit, guys, with talking during this just because I'm not exactly sure of what to say. So bear with me there. This may be my one and only disassembly or mod video you ever see me do, depending on how poorly this goes. The biggest issue, guys, is I can't feel things in the tips of my fingers very well. I have a really hard time grabbing hold of these little screws. Already messed up. Probably should have did this side first, but yeah, there was a screw that wasn't very tight, so maybe a good thing that I decided to do this for that little guy fell out. Get these clip screws out of here. Taking it apart, I'm not exactly scared of, to be honest with you. It's putting it back together I'm a little nervous about. So, last time this knife was disassembled, it was disassembled by Mr. Brian Kim. at Transparent Knives. He actually had the knife in his possession when I got the MagnaCut blade in. I'm sure that's going to be bigger, and of course it is. Let's see if this is it here. Not sure what size that is. No, not a T8. Apparently they went with a little larger pivot screw there. I started to do this live, but I don't know. I'm already a little nervous, and if I was trying to keep up with chat and accomplish this too, it may have been a bit much for me. Yeah. I'll tell you what size that is if I could read it. I see where it says Weehaw. T15. Okay, yeah. So looks like the pivot is a T15. So let's just go ahead and take this pivot screw out. It is a captured pivot. There's no Torx on the other side. So looks like I let my mouse mess around and open something. Sorry, I hope that doesn't interfere with the video. So if I can set this one off, hopefully it just goes just like this, and I can successfully do one side at a time. Man, that just that went right on there exactly like it should. In case I didn't tell you guys, these custom scales are, oh no, I can't put that back in yet, so I had to do the other side. These custom scales did come directly from American Blade Works, so that should be an advantage. You know, shouldn't be much risk of it being some off-brand crap that don't fit right or whatever, because it is, you know, it's from the maker. I'm already regretting taking those screws out of the other side because I can already see that things are moving that I probably don't want moving around just for a scale swap. Okay. So, like I said, guys, I knew this was going to be somewhat embarrassing. You guys have heard me talk about my hand issues for a long time, so now you get to see firsthand what I'm dealing with. Know that I'm not just feeding you a lot of shit. This is what I live with. It's just this small, precise stuff like this that really, really gives me a hard time. Mostly because I can't feel it and I can't get a good grip on small things. Which is also 100% my fault, guys. You know, don't feel sorry for me. My health condition was completely preventable. You know, like I said, it was 100% my fault. Doctors tried to tell me I was hard headed, didn't listen. If you've been diagnosed with diabetes or pre diabetic or anything of that nature, I urge you to take it very seriously. If you haven't been diagnosed, however, you are overweight, I urge you to take it very seriously because, like a lot of people, I thought diabetes was just something I'd take some medicine for, going about my life like normal. But no, guys, it's miserable. It's crippling. Um, Lots of things I can't do anymore simply because I didn't have the self discipline to eat right and change my diet and take my health seriously. So here I am on YouTube trying to do a simple modification, and as you can see, I'm somewhat struggling with it. I can't tell if that has started or it's not, and it's not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start one of these screws so that I know it's lined up, and then go back and put my pocket screw in. Like I say, guys, this is not at all a tutorial. um, you know, if this is something you're planning to do, I would not recommend watching my video to learn how, because I screwed up right off the bat. So here I am, having to take steps that aren't necessary, uh, just to do something that, many of you guys find super simple. Some of you do it every day. Some of you do it all the time. Um, I'm just not capable, so still not starting, I don't believe. Well, maybe it did. Yeah. Hey, I got that. So, hoorah! I'm not gonna tighten anything just yet. I'm just gonna run them up till they're snug, and move on from there. So, let's take this back out so I can get the other side off. I will tell you, as silly as it sounds, if I accomplish this, I will be very proud of myself, because the last couple of times I've tried this, I ended up with a knife in a Ziploc bag. So, guys, feel free to laugh and poke fun down in the comments. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Like I said, I'm no victim. I'm in this position because of my own poor choices. So I don't know if maybe I should have did this with the knife closed or whatever, but yeah, it's already turning into something a little bigger, something a little bigger than I'd planned. But let's put that bearing back in there, and yep, there's my other bearing. And get it slid off. Get this pivot slid out. Get this scale out of here. Get it reinstalled here. This fits beautifully, by the way, Mr. Martin. Looks like you did a fantastic job. I said this was captured, guys. I don't see a... Okay, yes. Where is it? There is a flat side on the pivot. Looks like that should face up. So it's not captured in the liner. The pivot itself is captured in the scale, and there it went. It just seated in, so put that back on. Nervous about even touching this blade with telling you, man, this thing is so scary sharp. It's very intimidating, especially with my lack of dexterity in my hands. Seems as if I'm having a little bit of issue getting it past the lock bar there. That's why I was trying to see if it was possible to do it with the blade in the closed position. So sorry if I get off camera here, but feel you guys already in the comments telling me what I'm doing wrong, and that's perfectly fine, because I am sure that I'm not doing this the most convenient way. So feel free to bash if you choose. All right, that looks okay. Now maybe we can get the body screws in. Sorry, I'm not paying much attention to the filming here, guys. I can't do this watching the screen. I'm already at a disadvantage, so I'm having to really pay attention to what I'm doing. Now it looks like I'm going to succeed in putting it back together. The question is going to be whether or not I succeed in making it work right and all that good stuff. I don't know how much time I will spend trying to dial in the action. This has never been a drop shutty knife. I don't know if any of the ABWs are indeed drop shutty. Mine has never been. I've never cared about that. I purchased this knife for solely, well, the action is still good opening. It is quite a bit tight closing. However, it does feel smooth. I don't believe I have any issues with the alignment or anything like that, but we shall see. I don't have any red Loctite here close, so I'm sorry, blue Loctite in the red bottle. I'm just going to get it back together and in working order, and then maybe do a little tuning on that pivot. I do have it off center, as you can see, so let's work on that a bit. I'm not sure which direction. Okay, it's moving towards center now, and there we are. Looks pretty darn centered to me. Let's see. Opens awesome. You honestly, guys, cannot fail the D10 on this knife. It's a little bit heavy, but even for my hands, it works great. It's not. I've never been able to fail it. Like I said, it's still not drop shutty. It wasn't drop shutty when I started. I can sling it shut, and to be honest, I couldn't do that when I started. So, hey guys, this is a solid win for old Cripple Hand Shane. As you can see there, these are laser engraved micarta scales. Super proud of this, that I pulled it off. I know that seems silly because many of you could have done this in 5 minutes and, not had those extra steps and not had to worry about whether or not you're going to be able to get it right. But for me, this is a big deal. So not only is my ABW Model 1 version 6 back together, it is in fine working order. Actually, it's a little better than it was when I started. So, yeah, that's awesome. Also, guys, I've been misrepresenting some stuff from American Blade Works recently. I got a little bit confused in talking with Mr. Martin. I do that a lot when I communicate via message. I kept announcing that the Model 2 was coming out this month, and it is. And the Model 2 is a Wharncliffe, but however, it is a titanium frame lock. I believe that knife's going to retail for around $425. However, that's not the knife that I was excited about. The Model 1 is actually coming out in a Wharncliffe in April. So it will be a liner lock knife, which I like a lot better. I actually like the looks of it a lot better. And after March or April, all American Blade Works products, considering, as long as there are no distribution issues or whatever, are going to go to MagnaCut, heat treated by Peters at 63 to 64 HRC. So there won't be any more 20 CV models probably at least after April. But in the next next few weeks, you will be seeing the Model 2. Like I said, is a titanium Wharncliffe, and you also will be seeing the Model 1 and a Wharncliffe model, which I'm super excited about getting. But that Model 1 will also be a liner lock just like this is. So, hey, I'm going to go celebrate, guys. I'm super excited, proud of myself that I was able to pull that off. I'm sorry that I kept y'all here this long, but you guys know I appreciate any amount of time y'all spend with me. Peace. Love y'all.